podcast. It's been a while since we've done these, and I'm with Wolfgod, or John.
What's up?
And of course, Gramps is with us as well. Gramps, say hello.
Ass!
Hey! Demonetized! Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Hey!
Hey!
How's for you, Anthony?
What's up, Captain Language?
I ain't leaving O'Reilly's to come back to Walmart.
No! Alright, so today we're just gonna do some like random talks about WWE because, you know, I never really done the WWE talks in a while. And actually, we were talking, me and John, we were actually talking about Kevin Owens' promo from SmackDown.
Don't call it a promo, call it the proper term, Cameron.
Alright, a pipe bomb. Which, holy moly, came out of nowhere.
Which is something that WWE has been needing for a very long time.
Ever since CM Punk probably left and probably
you might have had like one or two good promos, but you couldn't call them pipe bombs. Not till what Kevin Owens did last Tuesday night. Kevin Owens, I do not like you as a wrestler because honestly, your wrestling style, meh. But if you happen to see this, Kevin, I'll let you know now. As a wrestler, I do not care for you. But when you get on the mic, man, it's always a work of art. Especially what happened on Tuesday. Thank you for finally saying something that has been needing to be said to Shane McMahon's dumbass.
Now the reason why
we're tired of seeing him.
Apparently, yes, exactly. And of course, congratulations to and speaking of Shane McMahon, he's number 3 in the Royal Rumble match on this little game that I just got the gameplay on. I'm doing the 30-man Royal Rumble while we're doing this chat. But anyways, I'll continue. But yes, this was like a breath, like a piece of fresh air just coming in, I guess, because this has really been needed for a long time, like you said, John. So, I think everybody was just shocked by it. I mean, including people like me, really. Because, like you said, John, first, I'm not really big on his wrestling style, but when he can talk, he can talk. And actually, Gramps made an analogy going, we need more Ric Flairs than Stone Cold Steve Austin's, basically.
Exactly. You see, we need somebody that we need, and I agree with Gramps. Ric Flair had probably some of the best promo work in WWE / WWF back during Ric Flair's time.
Oh, the mouth of the South.
And that's Jimmy Hart.
We need more of those too.
Oh yeah. Jimmy Hart, yeah.
So, but man, but like I said, Kevin Owens, if you see this, if you ever see this, man, don't think I'm hating on you, because you're always a heel. Honestly, you're probably one of the best heels we've had in a while.
Yeah,
but man, on a scale of 1 to CM Punk, that pipe bomb was close to a CM Punk level.
Hey, there you go. Absolutely.
But until you go on to a 15-minute rant about ice cream bars, you're not going to be at CM Punk's level yet.
Not yet. But actually, and you know, actually, you would think for a second with and you were, John, you were actually saying if CM Punk would ever make a return, you wouldn't be you'll be up for it instead of against it, really. So.
Well, that's because WWE has been lacking one major component to what made WWE great.
And that is attitude.
Promo work.
Well, promo and
promo
attitude.
work, attitude, egoism. I mean, Shane McMahon got it, but you know what? He's a McMahon. Nobody fucking likes you. We want wrestlers to actually have the egoism. A lot of them don't have it. Dolph Ziggler, he calls himself to show off, but let's be honest, dude. Your time has come. Get the fuck out. Just go. You're pretty much done right now. I mean, go hop over to do what some others have already done. Go refresh your career back at go at AEW or something. You know. Now, but CM Punk. Although I'll admit I am not the biggest fan of CM Punk. As a wrestler, he's great, but on the mic, he is godly.
No one can really punch him, though.
I mean, only person who could probably outwork CM Punk on the mic only has to say 3 simple words, and everybody's on it. But that's The Undertaker. We all know that. Which, by the way, congrats to Undertaker and Roman Reigns for putting Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre in their fucking place.
And you know what? Actually, I do want to talk real quick. Do you think Drew McIntyre should have been better off instead of being freaking Shane McMahon's lackey? Because, I mean...
I'll be honest with you. Career-wise, following Shane McMahon was a smart decision. Promotional-wise, it was the worst idea Drew could have done. Worst thing Drew could have done. For he was doing great by himself.
Exactly.
I mean, he was already a great wrestler even back when he was known as the Chosen One. By Vince McMahon back in 2009, 2010 era. He was already a great wrestler. Then he left, came back, worked his way up at WWE NXT.
Yeah, you know actually why he left in the first place, right?
Well, there's a few rumors. I know some of it has to do with the fact that between him and his wife having issues.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. It was just his wife was, he and his wife were having dispute problems, so.
But he got over that, came back, was great by himself. He in WWE NXT was great by himself. Then he came up to WWE, back up to the main shows, formed a tag team with Dolph Ziggler, which, you know what, at the time worked out great for him. I mean, it put him at a disadvantage because he didn't really get a chance to do much, except for being Dolph Ziggler's basically lackey. And then he joined up with Braun Strowman to fight off against the Shield. And then he joined Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley to fight against the Shield. Once again, getting his ass handed to him.
Yep.
Then sat there and claimed out how he broke up the Shield. Did it. Then and then he started following around Shane McMahon. Like, dude, really? You are like his skill set is so much better than having to sit there and follow Shane McMahon.
Yeah, he really doesn't need to follow anybody. He doesn't really need to be a part of a group or anything like that. He could have done well really on his own. I mean, if I were booking the WWE, and this is just me being the main booker, I would have put him in the world title scene a long time ago. Hell, when he was the Chosen One, I could have put him in the world title scene because his in-ring ability was so good. And
I'll be honest with you, his in-ring style has improved a lot since his Chosen One days.
That's true.
I mean, his Claymore kick, I'll be honest with you,
pretty brutal.
beautiful. it's brutal, but it's beautiful at the same time. It is great. I love seeing his Claymore kick. Now, would I love to see him do it to Shane McMahon? Oh, hell yeah. See, you know what?
Makes us feel better.
But I mean, like, instead of giving the fucking bitch Corbin all these opportunities at the Universal Championship, why the fuck would you not just sit there and just let Drew McIntyre have a shot at it? I mean, honestly, I would love to sit there and see like a no-holds-barred match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the Universal title. I mean, I would love to see it. I know what? Although I would hate to see my boy Seth Rollins lose, but I wouldn't really have a problem with seeing Drew McIntyre as a Universal Champion. I mean, he would still be far better off than bitch Lesnar.
And bitch Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
And bitch Corbin, yeah.
They put too many eggs in the basket for putting Brock Lesnar.
Oh God, yeah. And plus, he's still Money in the Bank holder. Hell, I think everybody pretty much forgotten about that too. Now I think about it.
I mean, so honestly, Drew McIntyre doesn't need to be part of any faction or needs to follow along behind anybody.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I said. I mean, business-wise, it was a good call. I mean, who better to suck up to than the boss himself, right? I mean, we've all seen plenty of people do it. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker, The Rock, Seth Rollins,
Triple H,
HBK, fucking. We've seen a lot of them do it, and a lot of them were great champions. I mean, so like I said, business-wise, good call by Drew McIntyre's part to sit there and suck up to Shane McMahon.
But promotional-wise, worst decision ever.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. And there you go. And now, I actually want to talk about Extreme Rules real fast. I guess we have a new Intercontinental Champion for the fucking final.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're Shinsuke Nakamura
winning the Intercontinental title. His
Ohio.
Oh no. God damn it,
really,
Gramps.
Gramps?
Got bad.
Hold on. Oh, honestly, if we're going to talk about something, talk about him.
What? Oh my God, really? Of course you would.
What's that weird Japanese devil music going on back there?
That's actually Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song, currently. It's a rendering
Oh wait,
of
hold on. We have a surprise guest coming on the show.
Shit, there we go. Alright. Well, anyways, but now this is actually Shinsuke Nakamura's, I'm not gonna, well, let's see. He won the United States title, and now he's Intercontinental Champion. Now, what do you think of this?
This would be his second title.
Yeah, so this is gonna be his second singles title, actually, now I think about it. So, what's your thought on that, John?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm glad. I mean, Shinsuke hasn't been getting a lot of TV time. I mean, neither has Finn Balor. But I've heard there's been a few rumors going around that Finn Balor might be somewhat injured, so...
Well, that could make sense, too, because if he was working with an injury, then it would explain a lot on why he probably drop the title to Nakamura. And heck, at least it will be better. Well, I wouldn't say better. Well, yeah, better. It was better than his tag team with Rusev.
I don't know. I mean, those two were a pretty good tag team. It's just they were basically used, like 2010's Miz, the Miz, R-Truth, and Christian. They're basically used as mid-carders, even though they had plenty of ability to be upper cards.
Like upper card tag team champions or something like that. Anyways, but
exactly.
Yeah, but anyways, now also we talked about the one who knocks on Aleister Black's door.
God.
Of course, we already found out that was Cesaro.
But that's not a surprise.
I was actually kind of hyped, to be honest with you, finding out it was Cesaro to knock on Aleister Black's door, because you would actually think that they would actually have a pretty decent match between each other. I mean,
well, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting there saying that it wouldn't be a good match, or it's not going to be a good match or anything. I'm just saying I'm not surprised due to the fact Cesaro and Sheamus were the two most outspoken people against who? Ricochet and Aleister Black.
Yeah.
When they were in the tag team together. Notice Cesaro had his feud with Ricochet, and now he's going after Aleister Black.
Yeah. Sure. Now, speaking of...
And the winter tunnel's back.
Yeah, I don't know a single one of these names you're talking about. I'm like Ricochet, Aleister Black. What the hell's going on?
Gramps. Well, Gramps, you're suffering from a old school syndrome. Calm down. Hey, you know what?
Knocking on doors. That made me think of the Raven Kane Big Show backstage match.
God damn it! I should have known it.
Big Show, we think put Kane through the door, or someone went through a door.
I think it was Raven.
Someone put somebody through a door.
It was Raven. It was Raven, and then Kane and Big Show actually, believe me or not, they tossed each other through a fake wall. In one of the locker rooms back in the day in that match too. And you know what? Actually, I want to, and like I actually kind of mentioned, I think that we talked about this one time. Raven was driving the golf cart, and I believe it was Big Show was in the back.
Ran over?
No, the Big Show was in the back, trying to do a sleeper on Raven. Raven's trying to turn, but he turns like towards the left a little too much than the right, and runs. He almost hit a kind of a thing where you would have lost all the power to the show. So he basically he almost did undone the whole show.
So he basically nearly ran over the power generator for the show.
Pretty much. But you know what? Speaking of classic matches, I actually now want to go ahead and we'll get into this. What's y'all's classic matches? I know Gramps mentioned the Triple Threat Hardcore Championship match. But Gramps, do you have like another favorite classic match like you can remember on the top of your head? I mean, John, I'm probably sure you do as well. I know I do. On top of mine, so I'll start with Gramps first. You have a favorite?
Well, it wasn't so much an in the ring match.
False Count Anywhere match.
It wasn't even in the building.
Again, it's still technically a False Count Anywhere match.
No, it wasn't a match per se.
Oh.
Do y'all remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin and Booker T got into that fight in the grocery store.
Oh, I remember this one. Yes, I remember that.
He threw Booker T on the register. Need some milk? Need some calcium, Booker?
Got some milk, you need calcium? God damn it. Why am I not surprised? I think everybody pretty much remembers that moment. And of course, he's singing that song. La lost amore. Boom. It's Booker. While he's in the cart. Well, I know that's a pretty classic moment, really. But and now, John, do you have a favorite match that you can speak of?
Oh man, so many to choose from, man.
And this is why we normally would do these type of things, because you would have a favorite, and then this is why we do these shows. We can talk about these things.
For me, it probably some people might find it a bit cliche, but for me, as a huge Undertaker fan, this one has to be my absolute favorite. It's probably one of the first WrestleManias I actually got to watch live on pay-per-view. Oh? WrestleMania 20. The return of the actual Undertaker.
Instead of the American Badass?
Instead of the American Badass Undertaker against Kane. After at Survivor Series in 2000, Survivor Series 2000, Kane buried Undertaker alive.
Oh, well, John, I might have to... John, I might have to correct you. It was 2003. I'm sorry. It was 2003
Was it
Survivor
2003?
Series. It was 2000.
Right, sorry, my bad.
It's alright, brother. I mean, I understand. And WrestleMania 20 was 2004. I actually remember that WrestleMania. So, wait a minute. You actually went there live?
I didn't go there live, but like I said, I watched it on pay-per-view. It was one of my very first WrestleManias I got to watch as a kid.
I think that was pretty much for some of those who are brand new, too, I think. Back in, like, late 2003.
I've been watching wrestling since I was very young. Like, I was, like, 3 or 4. But I never got a chance to see WrestleMania.
Now, are you old enough, John, to remember Saturday morning wrestling?
Oh, main event?
Yeah, I watched that. It's back in the 90s. Like, 97, 98.
Like, yeah, they did that for quite a while, till about 2001. And then they put it, if I remember correctly, they changed main events from Saturday morning to Saturday night main event.
I remember getting up every Saturday morning. And I remember seeing...
And like, I would watch it if there wasn't any new episodes of my favorite cartoons on, honestly. One of my favorite ones from that from main event, it was Undertaker versus somebody. I can't remember who it was.
I remember seeing Jake the Snake unleash that snake on Macho Man Randy Savage on TV.
And now, of course, that's when Gramps brought up that famous wasn't that radio show with Joe Rogan with Jake
Joe Rogan's podcast. It's on YouTube. I'm also plugging for I believe it's on iHeartRadio. He does the actual podcast. But they continue.
Wow. Yep.
But
yeah.
Sorry. So, back onto the topic of favorite matches. Do you mind if I share one more, Cameron?
Oh, hey, you know what? This is an open thing, dude. So, the floor is yours.
I don't know if a lot of you guys remember this. Some of you might. I wouldn't exactly call it a classic match. I mean, it is about maybe 9-10 years old. You guys remember Jack Swagger, correct?
Jack Swagger, yep.
That name.
Yep, I do remember that.
So you remember when he cashed in the Money in Bank contract and became WWE World Heavyweight Champion?
I do remember that. He cashed in on Chris Jericho, and I believe it was on the SmackDown after WrestleMania 26. During that time when Jericho had his, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had his ribs taped after getting that big spear onto the barricade from Edge. But go on, John.
So, no, I can't. I'm not 100% sure if it was on. I believe it was on Raw because at the time I believe that's when they started doing the cross brand thing, where superstars would go cross over from one brand to the other all the time. And Jack Swagger sat there, and I don't remember if it was exactly the Raw after, not the Raw after WrestleMania, but the one following that week, but the one after that.
Oh.
He sat there and started talking shit, sitting there saying, "There's no man who sit there and come challenge." Sat there and like, "I'm open to challenge to anybody come fight me. I will beat anybody in that locker room, anybody." And after a bit, nobody sits there and comes out. And he goes, "Okay then." He goes to get out of the ring. Undertaker's music hits.
I do remember that actually. God, it was so long ago.
He was like, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be biased. A lot of my favorite matches happen to be Undertaker matches. That are matches with the Shield in them.
Like, one of the best, if not the best wrestler of all time.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, Undertaker, I mean, he's been around for years and years. And sometimes I think, and I actually, when I see Undertaker, yeah, of course, nostalgia kicks into my system and go, God, it's great to see Undertaker again and whatever. But then reality sets in and realizes that
old as fuck and needs to retire.
You know what? I'll be honest with you though.
I'll be respectful.
For a dude that's in his 50s, he still looks. He still got gains. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong. Oh man. Well, all right. Well, I think it's time I do mine, and of course, and now some of mine are a bit different from y'all's. Now, but one of my favorite matches, and this does involve the Undertaker, and this one was actually WrestleMania 21 when he went against Randy Orton.
Oh, I remember this one.
Now, what I liked about it was there was a backstory that apparently Undertaker wanted to give up that streak to Randy Orton back then, before it got broken by bitch Lesnar. But Randy actually, out of respect, didn't want to end the streak because he had so much respect for the Undertaker. But the two had a classic match. But one of my favorite moments from that match was Undertaker going for the chokeslam on Randy, and Randy counters it into an RKO. One of the best moments, really, from that whole match was the chokeslam counter into that RKO. And of course Undertaker wins and keeps the streak until Mania 30, which I wish I already said earlier. So my second favorite. Oh, go ahead, John.
No, I'm just catching my breath.
Oh, okay. Well, don't die on us, man. Jesus. But
bronchitis does that to you.
Yeah, true. All right. My second favorite match, actually, this gotten around. I'm trying to remember it. And it was at WrestleMania 20. it was the triple threat match between Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and then I'm not.
Chris Benoit.
Yes, I was not. I was gonna be like, I wanted to be like, okay, well, he who should not be named, but I don't care at this point. It's freaking Chris Benoit.
Well, I don't see why a lot of people don't like talking about him. When honestly, if you look at his the tragic history of what happened to him, in a sense, yes, I get the fact that he killed his own daughter, family, fucked up. Yes, completely.
Absolutely.
But don't forget, at that time, during that time period, Chris Benoit had suffered a lot of blows to the head.
Yeah, he had brain damage.
He has brain damage. He was at that point, he should have been considered mentally unstable.
It should have been at least getting some, like, medical treatment.
Help or something. But during that time period, it wasn't a major concern. Because at the time, concussions and things weren't major, weren't really being researched until about 2008, 2009.
We remembered actually hearing about that too. Like they even mention it in all the stories in the news, just talking about concussions. And what's so crazy now, and I know we're just taking off the favorite matches card now to this, but it's crazy that back then some of these injuries were like only used to play in the story, like storyline for WWE storylines. But you know, now it's gotten to the point where it's so serious now. But that's because we live in that age where you can't be too careful, or else something bad's gonna happen. I mean, one of the best examples, if I can remember this, was actually I'm trying to remember what match it was. I believe it was Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, I think. Great American Bash 2008, I believe, when they still had it, and the both of them had the bloodiest war of all time, and it just shocked everyone. But also, when you're looking at injuries like, say, actually recently, Daniel Bryan with when he had his concussion problems, and then finding out that, you know, he got cleared to compete. It just took a toll, basically.
Yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. So so that's what I'm saying. Although I get a lot of people who don't want to mention the name Chris Benoit whatsoever in WWE together, and I understand that. But you guys gotta understand what happened to this man shouldn't be put all on him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you think about it now, you really got to think about what the company's mindset was back in the day versus what that company's mindset is now. But
yeah.
Okay, I want to go ahead and now go back. But Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit, triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title. You know, it was still a continuation of Triple H and Shawn Michaels having their feud, but Chris Benoit was added to the mix because he was the winner of the Royal Rumble, lastly eliminating the Big Show, winning that whole match. And then now, the favorite moment was really basically towards the end, when after Benoit put in the crossface on Triple H taps, he's celebrating with the world title. Eddie Guerrero, who was the undisputed champion at the time, came out, clapped, and gave him a hug, because both Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit traveled the world together, and they've known each other for years. they wrestled each other. So, and it was really a touching moment. And plus, of course,
not long afterwards.
Yeah. And
that was probably what really set Chris Benoit over the edge. Those two were basically brothers.
Yeah, with the concussions and Eddie's death.
The loss of Eddie.
You remember when Eddie Guerrero had the heart attack in the match against JBL?
That's what that was. Yeah, a lot of people hated JBL because he sat there and did that, but JBL did that so they could hurry up and get the match over. JBL knew something was wrong, and that's why he did what he did.
Yeah, because nobody didn't even realize. I mean, JBL, I saw that face. Because now I look at it back then, and I was like, oh, JBL's being a detestable heel. But then when I look at it now through fresher eyes, JBL
you see the look on his face. He knew something was wrong. So that's why he sat there and hurried up, and he sat there and yelled at the ref, "Get counting! Count now!" If you actually watch, you can see JBL saying those words. Count now. Hurry up. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Yep. And speaking of Eddie Guerrero, this match was this next match, and this is my third one, and this one was my favorite with him. It was actually him versus Chris Benoit. Now this was at Vengeance 2003, and it was at the finals of the WWE United States Championship tournament when they reinstated the United States title. Now Benoit and Guerrero, they were the finalists. They put on I think, a great match because, of course, like I mentioned, they've worked each other in the past. They know what the other is like. But that was when until Rhino comes out, and during this time, Benoit and Rhino were like, I think they were a team at this time. And Rhino, you would thought that Rhino was gonna just gore Eddie Guerrero, but in a shocking twist, actually gores Chris Benoit, and Benoit ends up losing the match, and Guerrero becomes the new United States champion.
It's a name I ain't heard in a while, Rhino.
Yeah. Actually, Rhino was still around to this day, but he's not been kind of recognized as of late. Which is kind of sad, actually, now that you just think about it. You got these big names from back in the day, and then, like, barely anybody hears of them. I mean, the only big names that you would probably hear of is just Undertaker and, you know, Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like AJ Styles won the United States title again from Ricochet. Oh, which, by the way, John, I want to ask you, what do you think of the club back together? AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson.
Well, technically they... Oh, hold up. Hold up.
Well, what? What? What?
So, breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, God. We got a breaking news in the podcast here.
Last Tuesday night on SmackDown, I said that every time Shane McMahon calls himself the best in the world and takes up TV time from people who deserve it, it makes everyone sick. And I stand by what I said. In fact, I fully expected to get here tonight and get suspended or maybe even fired And the truth is, if Shane McMahon hadn't been in the ring with The Undertaker, that's probably what would have happened. Looking for a coast-to-coast and now blocking The Undertaker with the throat slash. McMahon from the top, coast-to-coast to the dead man. That's Roman Reigns back in his feet and Superman comes to Alliance. Here comes McIntyre to stop the big dog.
Feel like you're doing work on
Shane to the middle, and out somehow. Looking to put The Undertaker away. Undertaker sets up. Shane see a ghost. Undertaker dragging Shane in the middle of the ring. Undertaker with Shane. Shane gonna go for the ride. Choke slam.
Oh, this time he added emphasis to that choke slam. Damn.
Taker through.
Now, wait a minute now. Was this during their match?
No, it was later on in the. It was later on. But Undertaker sat there and fucking. But Kevin Owens sat there and called. It's basically calling out Shane McMahon. He's trying. But you know what? I applauded him for doing so.
Yeah.
But
No.
so Kevin Owens was at Extreme Rules where there was some speculation he might not show up. He was.
Oh, this is too true. This is too true.
What's up?
Okay. You know the meme of, Gru from, the Minion movie, from the Despicable Me, movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you know the meme where it was Gru showing, kind of a...
Oh, doing the alien plan thing?
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, this is him, and it has the WWE logo. It says, "Let's have a pay-per-view called Extreme Rules, have 10 matches, but have only 3 Extreme Rules matches." Wait, what? And of course, the last one was his confused face, like, "But only have 3 Extreme Rule matches?"
Right?
Like, bruh, that is too true.
But man, fucking. Alright, so anyways, back to our discussion after breaking news alert of Kevin Owens basically standing by what he said about Shane McMahon, which I agree with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that.
Now, I hope you don't mind if I pop in my third favorite match.
Yeah, of course.
Now, my third favorite match was one that a lot of people that was a really was one that was a really great match. In my opinion, it was probably one of the best matches I've seen in WWE Raw.
Oh.
It was D-Generation X versus Jerry Show versus John Cena and a tag team opponent of his choosing. Now, if everybody watched the Raw before that episode, they announced John Cena revealed who his tag team partner was.
Right.
And of course, that was The Undertaker.
Yep, I remember.
Now the main reason why I consider this match to be one of my favorites isn't because of the full-blown match itself. It was basically what happened at the end.
Okay. Well, you can care to add some insight into that.
So what happened was Big Show came in. He was in the ring with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels hit Big Show with the, if I remember correctly, it was Big Show with the Sweet Chin music. Then Chris Jericho hit Shawn Michaels with the Code Breaker. Then Undertaker hit Chris Jericho with a choke slam. Then Triple H knocked Undertaker over the top rope, and then John Cena hit Triple H with a pedigree and got the pin. 1, 2, 3. Now, while they were getting ready to celebrate, Undertaker got back in the ring, and Tombstone hit the Tombstone pile driver on John Cena.
I think I remember that actually. I think I remember that match actually. Yeah.
So that's why it's one of my favorite matches. It was the fact Undertaker did not kill Undertaker helped John Cena get the win, and then he just went and tombstoned him.
Oh God!
But it goes to show you, Undertaker is not neither heel nor face.
He's just being a badass, just trying to do his own thing.
He's just there.
Yeah.
He just does Undertaker.
He just beats himself. Yeah, absolutely.
There's no understanding what that man does.
Exactly.
No, I don't know if a lot of you guys saw this video or not. So, Cameron, I think you know. You know how Glenn Jacobs became mayor of Knox County, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I know.
So, I don't know if you guys saw this on Facebook or not, but there's a video going around of Kane sitting there talking, and this one guy sits there and keeps trying to tell Kane to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. He got to get going. And the guy, so Kane goes, "Do you know who I am?" And the guy looks at him, he goes, "Yeah, you're the mayor." He goes, "Yes, I am the mayor, but not just that."
Oh, wait, I think I see.
So he reaches underneath the bag and is outside this clear podium, pulls out his Kane mask, and then he choke slams the guy through the table.
I actually seen that one, yeah.
And then he goes, "Thank you for visiting Knox County. I hope you guys enjoy the tour." He walks away. Like, as soon as he puts on his mask, the lights go bright red, music plays. So you know it was all set up, but...
It was just hilarious. Yeah. Well, you know what? I actually want to take a break from the wrestling for a second because I just saw this on Instagram under the Instagram page here called DC Addict, which is basically DC Comics and being an addict towards that company anyway. Now, you remember Tim Burton's Batman movies, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. A lot of people would say, wish they should have seen this, and it was Billy D. Williams, who played Lando in the Star Wars movies.
Lando Calrissian.
Thank you.
The only black guy in the Star Wars universe, 4, 5, and 6. Until what's his name in episode 7? Mayor of Cloud City.
Actually, he's
He
not
was the
wrong.
original owner of the Millennium Falcon.
Yep. And you know what, Gramps ain't wrong. But he played as Harvey Dent in Tim Burton's Batman in the first one. But they wanted to build him up being the character Two-Face for the third one, for a third Tim Burton Batman film after Batman Returns. But you want to hear but it was before that Joel Schumacher decided to take over the Batman rights and does like Batman Forever, and then of course the horrid that was Batman and Robin. And I don't want to even go into that movie because that movie is seriously, it was that bad. But can you actually imagine Billy D. Williams as Two-Face in in like a third Tim Burton Batman movie. I mean, that would be kind of interesting, though. I mean, here, hold up. I'm actually going to send you the, here, Gramps, I'm going to send it through you on your Instagram. And you'll see what I mean. Okay, what's this? WWE issues statement on Jeff Hardy's arrest. What? You see it?
No. I just up to what you just said.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Oh, you saw the one with the... What I meant?
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, though.
Strange.
Oh, well, Graham, stand again. This is Tim Burton we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait,
Man,
Well,
like
breaking
Tommy
news!
Lee.
Breaking news! Woo,
oh God,
woo.
more breaking news from WWE.
So we have new SmackDown champions, and it's a new day. Yes, it is.
That's right, we have, actually just announced on the, Instagram page, the official Instagram page of WWE, Xavier Woods and Big E have defeated Daniel Bryan and
Beast
Rowan to become the new WWE
WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they're now
God, what are they, 6 times? 7 times now?
6 time WWE Tag Team Champions.
Jesus. Cannot believe that.
All right.
Okay, Matthew McConaughey, calm down.
All right.
You know what's funny?
All right.
You know what's funny? Actually, Matthew McConaughey, he used that line in Dazed and Confused, and guess what? He used that line also in freaking, the Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation.
He also used it in that one movie with, what's his name, DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah,
The
that's
Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah. What in the world? Oh, I guess, it sounds like, John's watching a little bit of, some of the...
So, Lacey Evans sat there and
So what?
So Lacey Evans sat there and was sitting there going to try to flirt with Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch started beating the shit out of her with a kendo stick.
I don't blame her. I would too. Well, I think we might actually end the video because I don't think there are any more, not any more breaking news just yet until later on. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed hearing our lovely voices, and
Now get the fuck out.
I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Gramps, you're not a Walmart people greeter.
Fuck Walmart.
For you know what? I'm still wanting to. Wait, can we do it in this video? Can we? Gramps, you
What do you
remember?
want to do, Cameron?
Okay, Gramps, you remember when we were talking about it? I wanted to do this on a video, but no better time than ever. What a dick / what a bitch with
What?
with the. You remember when I was talking about when Jim Cornette or Kevin Nash was doing that what a dick thing on kayfabe commentaries?
Oh yes, yes. Are they
And
good or
I
are they
said,
a dick?
and I said I wanted to do it for for this. Do you think we should do it in this video?
Might as well, since we're already here.
Oh my god. This is gonna be so...
Do it with John. That's not bad. But do it with John.
Oh. Oh boy. Alright, okay, John. So, how this... Alright, John, so this is how it works. I'm gonna start saying names, of people that worked with us at Walmart. If they're cool, they're cool. If they're a dick, give me a what a dick or what a bitch. Alright, you ready?
Alright.
Noel from TLE.
Who?
Noel.
Noel. You mean Joel.
Joel, thank you.
Cool.
Alright.
You're afraid he's listening, ain't you?
Dylan.
What a dick!
Alright, here we go. Noel from Cap 2.
What a dick! No, that's not even a question.
He's not even in the question anymore.
That's not even a question. It's like, of course he is.
Alright. Matthew Owens, aka Gramps.
Be honest.
What a dick!
That's right. That's right. You know how it is.
But I still love you, Gramps.
You know how hard it is to be a dick. I mean, not really hard, but...
Oh. We're only doing this for fun, everybody.
That's like getting a Grammy for me.
Alright. Matthew Oswald.
Gay?
No! You know you'll probably watch this and go...
I don't care. I'm being...
I'll just say this in a second. But nah, Matt, you're cool. You're cool. Gramps, you're cool too. You know, you are a dick.
I try.
Alright. Here we go. Alright,
Give me ammo.
Jason.
Big flaming homo.
Man, what a dick. Actually, he eats dick. Who the fuck are we kidding?
Alright. Caleb.
Gay?
No. Retarded. He puts the ED in special ed.
Oh man. Okay. Oh my god, my chest. Whew. I'm laughing
I'm
a
a heart
little.
attack now.
Yeah, I know. Don't have a heart attack on me. Yeah, don't have a heart attack. All right, here we go. Assistant manager Lucas.
Oh, we can be honest here. We don't work for Walmart no more.
Oh my god, I'm gonna feel so bad, but I don't care anymore. We're going into the dirt ground.
Unfortunately, I can't really say anything too bad since I didn't have a lot of interaction with him. But from what I've heard from my mom and my sister, what a dick.
Yeah, he likes assholes.
Alright. Well, okay.
From what I've been told, you're a proud bottom.
Alright, here we go. Okay, now this one's gonna be...
I'm gonna bet Anthony's gonna hear this and show it to Lucas. We're gonna be banned from Walmart.
You can't ban us. We have freedom of speech.
We're gonna get a message from like fucking LGBTQ America. It's like, we heard y'all were talking to one of our members.
And
we're only doing this.
I don't know.
We're only doing. Okay, we're just doing this as a. We're just doing this as a gag. We're just.
The only gagging we like is in the bedroom.
Oh, okay. All right, John.
All right, move on to the next one, Cameron.
All right, John. I know you'll say cool for this one, but assistant manager Ken.
Of course he's cool, man.
There you go.
It's Ken.
Ken is awesome. Ken's the great guy.
Everybody
He's a good
loves
guy.
Ken.
Everyone loves Ken, exactly. All right. Our PG Snowflake, assistant manager Anthony.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Although he rags on me about Destiny, Anthony's cool in my books. But Warframe still sucks, Anthony.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah. Hey, don't go hating on Destiny, Anthony. And you stay in your own little special snowflake place. All right. Special snowflake. All right. Assistant manager Justin.
Cool.
Yeah, I got along with Justin.
Justin's always cool. He's always cool with us. As long as it doesn't go on our bad side, we'll be straight. All right.
Cameron, you know, there's somebody you're forgetting.
Who am I forgetting?
Think about it real hard. You know I have to say something.
Oh.
Gramps might know. Gramps knows who I'm talking about.
There's a few managers I'm thinking of.
No. It's not managers or anybody. He's currently somebody we're talking to in this party.
Huh, cause she won't stop talking. Oh, Cameron. Oh. I was thinking Laura.
Oh, God.
We'll get to her in a bit.
Oh, God, yeah.
Look, Cameron.
Me?
What a ham!
He's a ham.
I'm a ham. I'm a ham, apparently.
You know I had to call it. You know I had to say it, Cameron. You knew I was going to say it. If you did, I know you were trying to avoid it, but you knew I was going to ask something and say something about it. I had to do it.
I tried.
I wasn't going to let that escape from me.
No one will.
No one escapes the ham.
All right. Okay. No, here we go. All right. Co-manager John.
Cool in my books.
Yeah,
Cool. The old co-manager John. What a dick. Fuck you.
From what I've heard, yeah.
All right. Now let's get on from the guys to the ladies real fast.
Oh, here. Hang on. Because we're going between guy and girl.
What?
Old assistant manager. Oh my God! I forgot what his fucking name was. I had it. I had it in my head and forgot it. I was saying Chris.
Chris? Oh my
Chris.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
The glasses.
I remember
you mean
him.
co-manager Chris?
Yes. Because it was
Okay.
him and Alvana.
Oh God. You know what? He never really was on my bad side or anything. So, pretty cool in my book for me.
For me, I can't say good or bad because I've had some bad experiences with Chris, but at the same time, I didn't have a problem with him either. So
he actually helped me because like the last day before he left, when he like left Walmart, he went in the computer and changed me to full-time from part-time, even though I was working full-time hours. He was like, okay,
Right.
I'll do this real quick, pull me in there, did it anyways.
All right. Wow. Oh, yeah, you know what, Chris?
And
You
then-
got your cred. You got your cred here on this channel.
And then, even though some people didn't like her, I liked Alvana. Because if you helped her, she helped you. And literally, this one time, she was the one, she was doing an overnight, like before that Christmas, before she left. And I stopped to give her a hand to help her make a bail. And Mark started yelling at me because I should have been doing something else. Alvana tore him a new asshole for yelling at me.
Oh, I remember that night too. I was back there. Too. Oh,
Wait,
I remember
and
that
who
too.
who was she? Oh, who was it?
Alvana
Co-manager
tore Mark.
Alvana.
Oh, I always liked her. She's awesome. She was awesome. But actually, and you know what? You just mentioned it. Mark from our old Cap 2, now old GP.
It was hit and miss with Mark. Got along with him most days. There were some days that was like, because of his attitude.
True.
But yeah.
Basically, Gramps, we all know that. But Gramps, we all know the true answer.
Dick!
Dick.
Yep, absolutely. You know what?
Now, how about this? How about this? How about this?
Oh God,
Jacob.
Jacob. Oh yeah, that's right. The old
Before Captain Vegas.
Well, I worked with him, besides Cameron, I worked with him the longest. So, to a lot of you guys, he was a dick. But,
I got
in my
along
opinion...
with him. He was strict, but I got along with him. I wasn't a military household. So...
He
I
was
didn't
cool in
mind.
my books.
It was alright. It was an alright
Me and
guy.
him got along pretty well. But then again, Jacob was the one who basically trained me on Cap 2.
Right. Yeah, he was alright. It was an alright guy. Alright, here we go.
Now,
Wait.
let's move on to the females.
Actually, back to the males real fast because I got one other name,
Oh.
and I know he'll probably be watching. Aaron.
Dick! Dick!
Nah.
I couldn't help it there, Aaron. I had to say it because you're watching.
Aaron, if you're watching.
I like you, but I had to say it just because it's funny.
Nah, he's cool.
Aaron,
He's
we
cool.
mess with you. I'll be honest with you, Aaron. Some days you were a dick, but most of the time you're cool. So, in my opinion, you're really cool in my book.
A
A lot of other
dick.
people...
Sort of a hot
Well, okay, I wasn't saying something like that, but okay.
I'll say
Although
what
I
you're
know a
thinking.
lot of people did not like you, Aaron. You're cool in my
I like
book.
you. Don't worry. All that matters is Grandpa likes you.
There you go. There you go. Alright, let's move on to the females. And I think the first female we would talk about here is, well, John, you already know she's amazing, so we really can't say anything bad about her. Mary Lou. You know damn
Who
well.
does not love Mary Lou?
Mary Lou's always the best. She's a damn saint.
My third mother, Mary
Yeah.
Lou.
She literally drives to like Punta Gorda to get to that fucking Walmart.
Oh,
I will
God.
never say anything bad about Mary Lou.
Never.
Although I
God
did
bless
get on
you,
her,
Mary Lou.
I did get on her nerves sometimes. I was, she was, Lou was amazing. Lou will always
Lou-
have a place in my heart.
Mary Lou's always, she's a damn saint.
God bless you, Mary Lou.
Especially when I sat there and had that issue with that one lady. When I needed to calm my nerves and everything, she sat there. She let me sit out and sit in our CLE's office and let me calm down and everything. And sat there and talked with me, so I calmed down.
She even burped him. You know how hard it is to get John on your shoulder to burp you?
She didn't do that, but like I said, to me, lose my third mother.
But Mary Lou, if you ever watch this,
Who's your second?
my second mother would be actually my best friend's mom.
Oh.
She claimed me as one of her children already.
Yeah.
Like,
but anyways,
hang on.
Mary Lou, if you ever
Third
watch
mother.
this, nothing bad about you. You are an absolute saint. Keep blessing, woman. Anyways.
I love you, Mary Lou.
All right, let's continue. All right, LaQuisha, assistant manager LaQuisha.
I can't say anything bad about her.
In the 2 years I was there, I didn't have too much in the way of interaction with her. She always said hello when I said hello back. The only thing I had with her was during inventory. It was me and Stinky were assigned to help her and Sonya do the inventory in the frozen cooler. And who they sent in there? Well, they stood outside waiting for us to give them stickers. I had to stand next to Justin for 45 minutes, smell his stank ass, while they just hang out outside. And they promised me coffee, and they never got me coffee.
No, you know what? Oh, but you know what? No, I agree. I mean, within the probably the 3 or 4 years that I've been there, 4 years basically, and she started working with us. She wasn't too bad. She was all right. She did have some days that she can be upset or something's going on, but at the end, she was cool with me. So,
but I can give her credit. She always had fly-looking shoes.
She does.
Those like $300 to $400 to $500 shoes. Her shoe game was on point.
Absolutely.
That it was. That it was.
Absolutely. All right. We go on now to another woman that we've known for a while, and probably can't say anything bad about her either, but assistant manager Amber, the one who currently works overnights, I think.
I mean, I never had any issues with her.
Never.
I didn't have any issues with her.
Just like me. I did enjoy it when she kind of got angry at people. Because I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, especially when she sat there and got into that argument with Aaron. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. You guys didn't see that, did you? That was fucking funny.
No, I think Gramps is a little speechless. He was just like, what are you talking about? Suffering from dementia over there. Alright, well, speaking of people who would suffer from dementia, I'm gonna go on to the next one. Dawn.
I got along with Dawn.
You do? You do?
I enjoyed Dawn. Dawn was hilarious. Especially when she made that comment about putting a dime in your ass. She had made a comment to me and Aaron back in the produce when I was opening produce one day. And she was like, if I see Cameron bend over in front of me one time with his ass in the air, I'm gonna shove a dime in his ass like a vending machine. Fucking Aaron would die. And we were like imagine like she reaches down to grab your pull handle, see if this will come out.
Alright, for me...
Why would even she go for... why would she even think of that? That's my question.
Oh, did I ever tell you what she said to assistant manager Diedrich? About what she would do to him?
Yes, when she got mad at Diedrich and saying, I'll slap the black off of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Alright, so when I first met Dawn, what a bitch. What a bitch. However, after a while, She's pulling my butts.
She was alright with me when, like, she was alright. We just normally do our thing, but, you know, after her just constantly yelling at me, and I'm just going, oh, one of these days, I wanted to actually snap at her. Believe me or not.
She may actually snap you in half somehow. John goes like Super Saiyan and manages to pick you up. Her knees just give out.
Oh, she wishes she tries to pick me up. What are you talking about? But anyways, I'm just gonna say neutral for right now and move on. She actually, like I mentioned to y'all, that she actually begged me to come back. And to be honest, I really don't want to come back. And it's not because I didn't like it there. It's because I just want to do my own thing and just want to move on instead of, you know, just going back to something that, you know. Which I actually want to add, actually, with me working at Walmart, it's not all freaking rainbows and sunshines, I'm telling you now. We can tell from experience. There are days where we would be just miserable as hell. And
there were days I came home and grabbed the ball of vodka out of the fridge and drank it straight from it. I didn't even get a glass or a mixer. I just grabbed that shit straight.
Let me tell you something. When I was working at Walmart and there was alcohol and I had that bottle of sake, as soon as I get home from work, I'd fucking get me a drink of that shit. Some days. I was like, oh my god.
Alright, well, this one was actually bad for me. The reason why was because, well, Gramps and John knows, and everybody who watches my shows know, I'm not a fit fella. I'm actually pretty heavy set.
Oh, we couldn't tell.
Shut up.
Cameron's big boned, everybody. He's big boned.
He's not fat, he's fluffy, okay?
Yeah. It's like, if y'all seen Gabriel Iglesias, it's like 6 levels of fatness. He's like 3.5.
Thank
He's
you.
like somewhere between fluffy and healthy.
Me, on the other hand, I'm on the scale of damn, but hey.
More like, oh, hell no.
No, that's you, Gramps.
Hell no. I weigh way more, but I don't look as big. I'm very dense.
Well, that is true. He is pretty... Yeah, you are dense. But anyways.
All those years of weightlifting.
But actually, when I worked there, and this was like until, it was probably after a year or so that I was aggravating eating. Like, I would just come home and eat like I'm a fucking maniac. It was killing me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It would kill me. But now that, like, I'm working this part-time job, I'm just like, I don't know.
Also, it's Goodwill, so.
Yeah. But anyways, do y'all have any other names that we could just add and we'll just talk about it? Talk for a moment. Diedrich. Oh, Diedrich. Nah, he's a cool motherfucker in my book for me.
Diedrich was pretty cool.
Actually, you know what? I'm still laughing at him. And I believe it was him who did this, but when he did that double pallet of water,
and almost killed Carlos.
Yeah.
Almost dropped a 1,000+ pound pallet of water on top of the maintenance associate.
I remember that. I remember that too.
Luckily,
and then made the maintenance associate who he almost killed clean up the water that he messed up. I missed. Can you clean this up?
Know what? There is somebody we did forget to mention.
And who is that?
Hendrix.
Oh, you know what? Hendrix is actually the coolest motherfucker I have ever met. And actually, funny story. Yeah, no, funny story about him actually is that he actually, I think it was during his times was when he was an asset protection associate. He would come to, and my grandfather owned a video store, and not an adult video store before you ask, Gramps. I know you're thinking that, Gramps. I know you.
It wasn't an adult. It was an XXX video store.
No. It was an XXXXXL video store.
Yeah, XL. Extra large. Continue.
No.
Continue.
No. But my grandfather, he ran a video store out in Apollo Beach, and Hendrick would actually go into the video store and just rent movies from him like almost every other week or so.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's what
Hendrix,
I thought. I thought that was kind of cool. So, but me and Hendrick actually got along really well though, because he was a fan of Batman like I was. So, hey, there you go.
Hendrix was definitely probably one of my, probably the coolest assistant manager back there.
Oh god, yeah.
Like, you could sit there and talk to him about anything. Like, I know there were some days where he would succumb to some people he would be upset with. Whenever I sat there and talked with him, he was never upset with me. Never.
Oh yeah. And actually, and you know what? And it was and yeah, Hendrix. I mean, bless his soul, he does everything in his power. You know, he would do anything. You know, be a nice guy though. So.
Now there was somebody Gramps mentioned earlier. God fucking damn it! I don't know why he mentioned her name.
Who?
Your favorite lady. The one who Dawn threw her lunchbox out on the fridge.
The one who would come to me and complain about every fucking tiny little detail of her fucking life.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna say it out loud. Bitch! God,
No, she wasn't a bitch. She went beyond the levels of a fucking bitch. She was fucking a fucking annoying bitch. Oh, I can't pick this up. Oh, can you help me do this? Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, actually, Gramps, I remember, and this was the story that Gramps told, would keep telling every time. Was it the one time that she said something about, like, she had to go to a doctor to fix something up, and you recommended that doctor?
I said to her...
Yeah, do you remember? Yeah. Can you actually...
Yeah, she was looking for a doctor, so I told her, I got a doctor to recommend for you. She's like, who is this? A Kevorkian. And if y'all don't know who Kevorkian was, this is a very old reference. Back in the 80s and 90s, a guy named Dr. Kevorkian was convicted because he was helping people commit suicide.
And y'all
For any
know...
youngins out there who don't know.
All I fucking know was that... What I wanted to know was why the fuck anybody would let her on. Why the fuck did she want to work on Cat 2 team? If she couldn't do half the fucking shit on Cat 2.
How about this? I want to know how Earl fucked her.
I want to know is why Earl fucked her.
Hey, how about this? How about this? I want to know if Earl choked her.
No. How about this? I want to know if Earl put a ball gag in her mouth.
Laura might be into that freaking shit. Jesus Christ.
No, I remember I told y'all. She, on the truck, mentioned that she likes to be choked.
I actually remember that. I remember that story you told me.
Oh God, I remember that too. Oh my fucking
I
God.
didn't want to know that.
We didn't even need
jumped
it.
out and said the same thing, agreeing with her. I was like, oh God.
So wait, both.
Tail fucking songs.
So wait, both. Apparently, Janet and Laura liked it. Have that shit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But all I know is that
Some nasty shit.
I'm glad that her fucking annoying ass is gone. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
You just show up.
Hi, fellas. No.
Stay back, Damon.
Get holy
Be
water.
gone, Satan! Oh,
shampoo. Well, she only got one blowhole.
Oh,
you know
come on!
What'd he say? I missed it.
He said, well, at least she only has one blowhole.
I bet you all her blowholes been filled.
The fucking,
Oh, this is going.
My Earl.
Oh God.
Oh, wait. There is another person we forgot about.
Oh.
The original stinky person before Justin. Gramps.
Cody.
You know who. Yeah.
Cody.
What did you guys think about Cody? Besides
The
the
man
fact
who
that
was-
he smelled.
He'll paint off the walls. He was okay. I would talk to him, but he had this air about him, like he was better than you. It's like I could smell you. I could tell you're not better than me.
Now, although you guys didn't sit there and talk to him as much as I did since I worked with him with TLE too, Cody, although Cody did have that air, did sit there and act like he did have that air about him, he was better than you. He never actually acted like it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Didn't Testa threaten him?
Yes, Chester did indeed threaten to shoot him.
Well, yeah, but that was because he was. And actually, what I want to ask you, actually, isn't he still dating Chester's granddaughter or something like that?
As far as I know, he is, yes.
Okay.
Now, I did not say, so a lot of, I don't know if you guys are friends with Cody on Facebook or not, but he's actually currently working as a truck driver right now.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's why he left Walmart.
Nice.
So, now...
Anything better than that hellhole, so...
So... Now there is... Now there is one major bitch in this store we did not talk about yet.
Support Amber?
She's a hit or miss. I'm talking straight up bitch. Head of Cap 1.
Oh. Mein Vier!
Oh, jeez.
Juden! Back to the gas chamber.
No, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but when I first got started at Walmart, she wanted to get me fired.
She thought you were fat and thought you were lazy.
Yeah. I think I remember
She's
John
the one
telling
that fucked over my transfer to Cap 2 Fresh because she wanted me on Cap 1. And she found out about my transfer.
I actually remember that, actually. I remember that you wanted to be transferred to Fresh Cap 2 with Aaron. I remember that. I remember.
So, no, I did not. So, Gramps, you remember during basically my last week of Cap 2, they wanted Angie to show us how to fucking work the truck?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
No, I don't know if you got... No, you... I think, Cameron, you were busy doing something else. Gramps, I don't know if you heard me, but when they mentioned that, did you hear me sit there and scuff at that?
Yeah, I was like, oh my fucking god. I remember.
No, I did it loud and clear too. I made sure I was heard. I went, yeah, right.
Yeah.
The co-manager John just looked at me and just shook his head and said, "Don't say." And he was basically saying, "Do not say anything that will get you into trouble."
I'm surprised she didn't hear my eyes roll in my head.
That's why if you
grinding noise.
that's why if you notice, Gramps, during that meeting, I walked off. I did not stay for that meeting.
Yeah. Well, to be honest,
I actually walked away from that meeting.
I don't blame you. But
Whenever
no,
Angie tried to talk to me, I just ignore her. Even she was standing next to me, trying to talk to me. I was like, what? You're on my death
What?
side. What?
You're on my other death side.
I did that to her till she walked away one time.
yeah. No, Angie was alright with me, but it just, I don't know. There's something about, yeah.
See. Now I did not like. See, Angie sat there and tried to be nice to me, but I did not care for her whatsoever.
I think she was in the Wolfen SS and escaped World War II. She got a basement full of stolen Nazi gold.
Oh God.
Now, there are two people in this store I can't really say nothing about because they're my mother and my sister. So this is for you guys. What do you guys? How did you guys think of my mother and sister?
Well, I got along with them. I mean, I hung up with your mom in the smokers lounge. And Mary, I usually just saw when she was throwing her cardboard away while I was in One Touch.
Yeah, just normally.
There is that one time, if you remember, John, where you got so fucking pissed at me. You remember what I did?
I remember, you fucking asshole.
Wait, what?
John was so pissed at me, like he wouldn't talk to me for like a day or two. He got so fucking salty.
Okay, wait. Okay, I must have missed a meeting then. What happened?
This was before you joined the clique, really.
Gramps, go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him.
John was doing apparel. I was in One Touch. And it was like one of those days where it's like, you got like 10 days worth of apparel in one day.
Oh.
So it was like ridiculous.
Right.
So John was already not a happy kid. And then I went like across to the line. I'm gonna grab a box to bring it over. I got a present for you. He's like, fuck. It's like, I saw his sister come back there. I was like, I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna get John's sister to do it too. So I got Mary. I was like, Mary, you wanna play a prank on John? She was like, yeah, sure, what you doing? I said, grab this box, give it to him, see it's a purchase present. When she gave it to him, he was like, what the fuck? That's not fucking cool, Greg.
So this is what happened on my side. I'm like, I got a present for you. I'm turning around. I'm expecting Gramps. It's my sister. I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes, Gramps told me to do this. I don't know. And I'm like, God damn it, Gramps. And then I just hear Gramps.
I'm like the fucking Joker and the Penguin. Just in one person.
Oh my God!
I was so pissed at him. Like he goes, so he's still mad at me? I just gave him the bird.
Oh my
Fun
God!
times.
Oh,
Fun
those were the fun days. Oh my God! Whew.
Yeah, this was a bit before you joined the clique per se, Cameron.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, because I didn't join till like later on.
Because I got you into it. I'm just saying hello to you constantly when you were doing maintenance and giving you a hand.
I mean, I know me and Cameron would sit there and have conversations from before he actually really joined in the clique.
Right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But so yes. Now that is what happened with. What happened when you weren't really part of the clique yet? That incident happened between me and Gramps, and I was fucking furious.
I was probably off on that day, probably just, and sad I missed it too, because if I was just doing my cart, next thing you know, I hear yelling, I'm going, what the fuck?
Now, although Gramps' prank was funny, mine was still the absolute best on Caleb.
Oh yeah.
The spatula ass?
The spatula one?
The grilling spatula incident, yes.
Oh my god, I still love that. I still love that story. You always do that.
He got pulled in the office by Gina.
And what's funny is all I had to do was bribe Jason with a fucking milkshake and I got off with it. Okay, when Caleb found out about that shit, he's like, what the fuck, man?
I thought we were cool. God damn it, Caleb.
That was funny.
Oh my god.
Now, piece of crap. Give him food, he was happy.
Oh god,
now,
yeah.
I don't know if I told you guys this. This is about Matt. This is before you came in, Gramps. I was already having conversations with Cameron at the time, but it wasn't like they are now.
Yeah.
So this is before basically Matt. This is when Matt was first transferring over to our store. So earlier, when we first walked in, we got the news that the day before we got news that there was somebody transferring from Jacksonville, from the Jacksonville store to our store. Now, mind you, if you're a Floridian, you know everybody in Jacksonville are usually fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They're snobbish fucking pricks. So I'm like, okay, great. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking, so we're sitting there, me, Jason, and 2 others are talking, like, well, great, he's gonna be a fucking prick. So the next day, Matt comes in. No, he's still finalizing the transfer, everything, so he's technically not allowed to work, but Vicky brought him over to meet Mark, Alejandro, and the rest of the Cat 2 team. And I start talking to, so I talked to Matt for a little bit. Then about a couple days later, he finally officially transfers over to our store. Let me tell you, so when I first met Matt, he told me I was originally from Ocala. I'm not from Jacksonville. I'm actually from Ocala.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So we get started. We basically hit it off. Now, Gramps, this is just probably about maybe a month or so before you came in.
Uh-huh.
So, you know how basically we all had basically that, you know, Gramps, you know what I'm talking about. Cameron, you should too.
You cut off there when you said whatever you were saying.
Yeah, you got cut off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, I had something caught in my throat. I was trying not to cough.
Get it out of the way. Get the cock out of your mouth, John.
God damn it, Gramps. Alright, go ahead, John.
Alright, continue.
Gramps, I know you can't see this, but right now I'm flicking you off.
I can feel it in my soul, John, don't worry.
Yeah, you and your fucking beginning of the universe old ass soul.
Alright, but go ahead,
So, Gramps, you know about how Matt had the tendencies he has, I should say.
Oh god.
Yes.
What do you know about those?
About a month.
Matt's gonna listen to this like, fuck all of you.
A month before before you came in, Gramps, is when I first started noticing Matt had these said tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because one time I caught him sitting there. I sat there and I was sitting there. I wasn't really paying attention. I looked over out the corner of my eye. I saw Matt sitting there staring at Jason's ass.
Are you broadcasting still, Cameron?
Yep.
Matt's gonna kill you, Cameron.
So I first to notice his tendencies before you and everybody else caught on.
Now,
Love you.
now, Matt, if you're watching this, this is not
Just
me.
come out of the closet.
Now,
Love you. Now, Matt, if you're watching this, this is not
Just come out of the closet.
God damn it. Well,
He's gonna hear that twice when he listens to it because the echo's gonna go back onto the podcast.
yeah.
So, goddamn, I gotta get going to bed here
You're
shortly.
here.
Fuck it.
You're
I don't want
clear.
to. I don't want to go to bed.
I don't blame you. Alright, we're gonna end the video here. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
no.
Wait,
Where
wait,
Matt might
wait,
show up at
wait,
the work to
wait,
kill you.
wait.
Wait.
Penis.
Before we end the video, Cameron,
Yes.
don't go invading Area 51.
Don't worry. I ain't.
Because we all know what's gonna happen.
You'll get stuck trying to climb the fence.
And you're gonna get your cheeks clapped by some aliens.
Oh god.
You're not the predator coming up behind you. Overhear some screams. And some pork going on. Some porketing going on.
Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and
The hand has
subscribe.
been clapped. I repeat, the hand has been clapped.
You pieces of shit. Alright, I'm ending the video. Y'all enjoy. Have a good one. Be good people. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
There's jizz everywhere.
You bastard. Oh, I'll talk to y'all later.
Video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my god, get out of here.